we launched 3 new products today from the living room standpoint. We have Google Wi-Fi, which is a new way that you can actually experience a Wi-Fi router. We have Chromecast Ultra, which is the next generation Chromecast, which delivers high quality streaming experience. And the third is really Google Home, which we think connects all these things together. So Google Home is the first device in the home with a Google Assistant built in.
Yep.
And the idea is that you can interact with Google in pretty unique ways. In a far field way. So you can be hands-free, you can just be like walking in the house, you can be playing with your kids, you can be cooking dinner, and you can still talk with Google and get answers to your questions, play music, control your smart home devices, and kind of enjoy tasks or manage your everyday tasks.
Right.
And the way we want to connect these together is like, for example, Google Home, you can use that product to actually voice control your Chromecast. So you can say, hey, play videos of John Oliver on my TV, and all of a sudden the products all work really great together.
Right.
So that was one of the key messages we want to have is we have a great set of products that work really well together, with Google Home being the centerpiece of it all.
They also work with other products, it sounds like. I mean, could you eventually, is it going to work for like an Apple TV or Amazon Fire?
We'd love to make it work with every type of device. So on the smart home side, we're actually interfacing with SmartThings, Philips Hue, Nest, and IFT. But over time, we want to open this up and allow either other devices to embed the Google Assistant in them, or for an open SDK where other device manufacturers can integrate with the Google Assistant as well. So this is just the beginning for our standpoint.
And you mentioned, you imagine people having multiple home devices, right? Like a speaker in each room. Is that an ideal place?
I think it's like once you have an experience with it, it's so empowering to be able to just get answers to questions, be able to control different things in your house. And we definitely think that once you see that experience, you're going to want to put it in multiple rooms. And so we designed it in a way where it can work better together. So one capability we put into Google Home is that all devices can synchronize audio with each other. So you can play the same song across all your different rooms, your bedroom, your living room, your dining room. But we also made it easy so that if you want to talk to one of the devices, not all the devices are going to speak up at the same time. Like we're contextually aware if you're only speaking to the one in the living room, for example, even if the one in the family room can hear you.
So how does Home know it's you?
So basically, the way it works is you set your account on the device. So there is a single account on the device, and then whoever's interacting with that device, it'll just make sure that between the same accounts across all the different devices, only one is triggering.
Yeah, gotcha. And then eventually, like, you imagine a world in which, like, you can do multiple accounts in a family.
That is ultimately the goal. I think we wanted to make sure that we were able to nail a set of use cases with a single account and all the different capabilities. But we definitely recognize that over time we need to be able to support multiple accounts, because obviously the home is where multiple family members live together. So we wanted to support that over time.
And this is the first device with the Assistant. I imagine a lot more. I mean, can you just talk to me a little bit about kind of what the Assistant is, how it's different from the other products that are out there in the market, like Alexa,
definitely.
like Siri.
So the Assistant is kind of a new way to interface with Google. And the idea is to introduce a way that it's conversational. So instead of always having to type in a query or it's a one-time transaction, it's something that can actually interact with you. So that's one. The second thing is that it does things on your behalf. So instead of like in Google, the history of Google is we give you answers to questions, we also want to make it easy to do things. So either controls lights or play the music that you want to play or give you answers to questions. That's kind of the overall goal of, we think the Assistant can actually connect all the different pieces of apps and services you have either from Google or from third parties, but it's a single interface you can actually experience across all these different application experiences. So we're super excited about that.
Gotcha. Let's talk a little bit about Wi-Fi. Why get into the router business? I mean, are you looking to kind of replace existing routers that people have in the home?
You know, one of the things we found is as we're getting a lot more connectivity in the home, the quality of your Wi-Fi router actually really has a material impact on your experience, right? We're streaming way more than we were streaming before. We're using multiple devices. It's not just one device anymore. And you're moving around. Like, all your devices are mobile. You're mobile in your house just like you're mobile outside your house. And what we're finding is that if we don't have a great connectivity layer at the home level, then it's hard to really build some really unique, interesting experiences in the home. And I think consumers see that all the time, where you go to your corner of your house, it's a dead zone, and you can't get any internet connectivity, or you have to reset your router all the time. It's just a pain. If we really want this technology to work, we think we need a better solution there. And so Google Wi-Fi is all meant to address those problems.
Right.
It gives you great coverage, so however big your home is, you get different number of points, and you get awesome coverage across your entire house. It automatically manages the network for you, so you don't have to actually deal with it. And we are smart. We use Google's machine learning to make sure that we're putting you in the right channel, that we're swapping you to the right Wi-Fi point in your home. So you don't have to deal with it, but it just works.
Yeah.
And our intention is actually, we have Google Wi-Fi, but also give that to OEMs as well. We want to make sure that we raise kind of the ecosystem over time.
Give that to OEMs, meaning like
the capabilities. Like we have this on-hub product program we have, which
so this is you're still consisting with on-hub.
That's right.
But you're also competing with the
well, I think what you're seeing today is that Google wants to make sure that we have our expression of what our hardware can do between hardware and software. But we launched a new Pixel phone today. We're still supporting the Android ecosystem. We still want to encourage them to build great things. Same thing with Google Assistant. Like Google Home will be the first product with the Assistant built in. We're going to encourage other products to do the same. From our standpoint, we think we can really showcase what it can be with integrated hardware and software. But we want to support the ecosystem and make all the products better.
Last question. I know Chromecast has been your baby for a while.
Yes,
so this is a much more expensive version, almost twice as expensive.
Yeah.
What do you see as the future of Chromecast?
So I think the first thing is the most exciting thing from my standpoint of Chromecast is the idea that you can voice enable Chromecast combined with the Google Home. It completely changes the experience. I mean, we think that with Chromecast, the whole idea was moving away from the kind of clunky remote control to a mobile device, which is much less friction. Yeah. Your voice is like the least friction. Just say, hey, I want to watch Stranger Things on my TV, and just starts playing. It's like a magical moment. And so we're going to continue investing.
18 hours later.
Yeah, exactly. The weekend's killed, and then you come back. But we think that's kind of the big forward step we're taking with Chromecast. And with Chromecast Ultra, we want to make sure that Chromecast is obviously incredibly affordable, but we want to make sure we support the latest streaming technology.